we spread love and positive vibes. And I want to start by thanking our new subscribers and our returning subscribers. We do not take you for granted. We appreciate you so much, and we thank you. Today, I want to start the video by saying some things in this world can be very biased, and a lot of imbalances in the way things are reported and in the way things are handled. Handled very differently from one country to the other. The reason why I'm saying this is because there have been travel advisories to some countries, and what has been cited as the reason does not add up, because some countries experience even more than those, more violence, for example, than those countries that are issuing travel advisories, and yet they don't issue travel advisory in their own country, but they are very fast to issue travel advisory on other countries. We have had in our nation, Kenya, a lot of travel advisories. I'm not saying travel advisory are bad. They are actually good when whatever is being reported is true and can cause harm to human beings. But some of these travel advisories, it's like they have a hidden agenda, a hidden objective, and something they want to achieve. And I want to handle today what these travel advisories are actually, what do they achieve? What are they supposed to achieve? Are they true, or some of them are exaggerated and others are lies? Like, for example, in our nation here, we have had travel advisories citing terrorism, citing violence, like for example when there are demonstrations. And to make the matters worse, when people are demonstrating, they don't even bother about the tourists who have come to visit the country. They don't even interfere with them. And for example, we have so many foreigners, like Chinese and other racial groups that have come to Kenya, and they are doing businesses, and no one is bothered about them. But this travel advisory, I tend to think they are supposed to discriminate some countries and to make them look bad and to make them look unsafe so that their economy can go down. I want to look at Jamaica and the travel advisories that have been cited or that have been put for Jamaica. First of all, we have had a lot of travel advisories in Jamaica in different levels. There was level 4 during COVID. And by the way, guys, I don't think the Caribbeans and the Africans were hard hit by the COVID than some of these countries that issue travel advisories. Actually, to speak the truth, they were hard hit than maybe African countries and the Caribbean. But there was that travel advisory on Jamaica and even here on Africa. And to make the matters worse, these diseases were being brought by people who are coming from some of those countries and bringing them in Africa. And Africa never issued travel advisory on such people entering our country, and yet they are the ones who are actually bringing these diseases to us. So Jamaica, in January 2024, there was a travel advisory that was offered or that was published. And this travel advisory actually came from United States of America. And they cited that Jamaica has a lot of crime, and its medical services were unreliable. It is very ironical that this was what the media reported, but the travel advisory itself, it had cited crime rate, and also they had said the access to medical facilities was not proper. But the media took the information, tweeted it, so that it may look very bad. And when I look at the media houses that report, they report in the same way, using the same word, using the same clause. It's like all the media houses reporting have one objective to achieve: to actually discourage people from visiting Jamaica or any other country, and to make that country look so bad that people will fear to go there, and therefore the economy will go down. Because we all know Jamaica relies on tourism. And when these travel advisories are actually published and the media exaggerates and changes the wording, it means that some of the people will fear and actually not go to those countries, though they had intended to go to those countries. I want to say categorically, even when this travel advisory was issued in January, we saw so many tourists entering Jamaica. Like, for example, we had a lot of African YouTubers going to Jamaica. And I want to say, those YouTubers actually traveled in every part of Jamaica, including the areas that were cited to be more dangerous. Like the Trench Town, Kingston, those areas that have ghetto settlements. And when the Mwango, let me mention the Mwango because she was one of them, the Mwango, Sean Arwa, Coco Girl, and Christmas Trist, all of them, when they went to Jamaica, they were going along those streets of Trench Town alone. They were not accompanied by the locals. We actually saw Sean Arwa and Dimwango going along the streets of Trench Town alone. We didn't see any danger coming to them. There are so many tourists that went to Jamaica during that season, and I actually saw a guy from Nigeria. And they went to the places that are considered to be very harmful. And yet, there was no danger that these people encountered. That means these travel advisory are one, exaggerated, two, they might not be true, three, they have some objectives to achieve. And therefore, to me, the travel advisory that was actually offered or given in January 2024 was not actually supposed to protect people. It was an exaggerated travel advisory. Number two, no data was given on what the travel advisory stated. For example, when you talk about crime, there should be data reporting every murder done every day. Such data was not shown so that we can actually believe this is happening and the crime rate is high and therefore it is a risky place to go to. So every travel advisory should be accompanied by a data showing what is happening on the ground so that people cannot say this is malice or this is supposed to mean to bring the country down or to slow the economy, the growth of the economy of that country. So no data to show what they were reporting is true or to prove it. About the medical services in Jamaica, actually yesterday, I shot a video actually showing that the medical facilities in Jamaica are actually the best. I cited some people that have come and told us the medical facilities in Jamaica or the medical systems in Jamaica are far much better than most of the countries that we hear. Actually, the person I was watching was comparing the health systems in Jamaica and Canada. And he was saying that every time there is an emergency case in Jamaica, it is taken very, very fast and with a lot of seriousness and with a lot of commitment. While in Canada, there is some laxity and you can actually be delayed so that that case can be handled. And therefore, it is ironical to hear people citing that medical services is one of the reasons for the travel advisory. And therefore, it seems, yet, this was not true. The other reason is that they don't issue travel advisory on the countries. We know that there is a lot of crime that takes place every day. In those countries, according to statistics, 2 murders are done each and every day. And I don't want to mention the countries, but those countries that issue travel advisory are actually hard hit by a crime rate than Jamaica. And yet they don't issue travel advisory on themselves, and they are very, very quick to issue travel advisory on other countries so that people can get scared, people can get to know that they should not visit that area. So that is another thing. So these travel advisory are actually meant to achieve some objectives which we cannot actually say what they are. Now, I said the travel advisory in Jamaica was issued 23rd of January 2024. But the travel advisory in Bahamas was issued in 26th of January 2024. But the travel advisory in Bahamas was reported first, and yet the Jamaica one had been reported earlier. Why? Why were they waiting to first report on the travel advisory to Bahamas and wait for about 5 days so that they can issue travel advisory on Jamaica? This is another reason why it is strategic. It is a plan to actually bring these countries down. It was said the crime level at Jamaica was level 2. Level 2 is not so bad, and yet the media come and exaggerate. They give wrong figures. Actually, they were citing that 65 deaths are done. I don't know whether in a month, and which when calculated becomes a lot of people in a year, which was not the case because there was no such deaths in Jamaica. So exaggerated figures when they want people to see a given picture of another country. Jamaica was actually offered level 2 travel advisory, and before then it had level 3, meaning that they had seen a change in what they were citing to be the reason for the travel advisory. So for them to come from level 3 to level 2, it means that they had seen Jamaica has improved in terms of crime rate and also in terms of health facilities that they had cited. Yet they don't report the positive things that are happening on the ground. They only report the negative things so that they can actually destroy the minds of people and the perspective of people on these countries. So Jamaica was at level 2, and initially it was at level 4 during COVID, and then it went to level 3, and yet all these changes are not noted, but the bad things, they are reported and exaggerated. That is very, very funny. These travel advisory are not supposed to be used to manipulate people so that economy of some countries can be destroyed. That is very, very bad, because travel advisory is something very, very serious which should be used to advise people when there is danger, but when there is no danger, they should not be used at all. And therefore, it is ironical that some of these things we have talked about were not highlighted about the murder cases going down, the crime rate going down, and yet we see it had gone down drastically. The other thing, they issued that the government of Jamaica was not committed to actually solving the problem of the crime. And yet we can see the crime rate had gone down in Jamaica drastically. That means the government was committed and it was actually doing something to bring the rate of crime down. And every country in the world, there is no country we can say that it has no crime. Every country, including the developed countries, there are so many crimes that happen every day. I don't understand why these travel advisories are on some countries while others are left free. Even when there is a lot of killing going on in those countries, they are not travel advisory. Even when there is natural catastrophe, they don't issue the travel advisories, but just let it happen to Africa or to the Caribbeans. Travel advisories fill the media, they are exaggerated, they are thrown out of proportion so that this country's economy can go down. So that was my take on the travel advisory, and I think that this travel advisory, they are mispriced, sometimes they are not true, and sometimes they are exaggerated to actually cause a lot of fear in people so that they don't visit those particular countries. The other part of this video, I wanted to talk about the power in a Jamaican passport. A passport is a very, very important document, especially to a person who loves traveling, because you cannot move from one country to the other without a passport. You need a passport, and you also need a visa in some countries. But when you have a passport, there are some countries that you are allowed to visit without a visa when you have a particular passport. This is what is called the Henry Passport Index. Those countries you can visit with just a passport without having to look for the visa. And Jamaica is ranked 47 or 43 position of those countries. This positioning or this ranking is done based on the number of countries Jamaicans can visit without a visa, with only a passport. And therefore Jamaica is ranked 43, and it can also visit 116 countries without a passport. That is a huge number of countries that can be visited by Jamaica without a visa. And therefore it means the Jamaican passport is doing quite well compared to other countries' passport, because it can allow you to travel all those countries without a visa. There are other countries that Jamaicans can visit with a knee visa and are allowed to go to those countries with just a knee visa. And there are those countries that Jamaicans can go without a visa, but they apply a visa on arrival. That shows Jamaican passport has a lot of power, has a lot of strength, has a lot of accessibility to different countries. So these are the countries Jamaicans can travel visa-free when they have just a passport. You can go to Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Argentina, Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belize, Botswana, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Cook Island, Curaçao, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Eswatini, Fiji, Gambia, Ghana, Grenada, Guyana, Haiti, Hong Kong, Israel, Kiribati, Lesotho, Malawi, Mauritius, Mexico, Micronesia, Montserrat, Namibia, Palestinian territories, Panama, Peru, Philippines, Russia, Rwanda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Serbia, Singapore, South Africa, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, Tajikistan, Tanzania, Thailand, Trinidad and Tobago, Uganda, Uruguay, Uzbekistan, Vanuatu, Venezuela, Zambia, Zimbabwe. All those countries Jamaicans can visit without a visa. Quite a large number of countries, and you can see the power in a Jamaican passport. With just a passport, a Jamaican passport, and you go and hold it in the immigration, you can visit those countries that I have stated, and you can also visit countries. You can also visit these countries, and you are provided with a visa on arrival. So these countries, you can actually go to them without a visa, but when you arrive to those countries, you are provided a visa. We have Bolivia, Burundi, Cobandia, Cape Verde, Comoros, Djibouti, Egypt, Guinea-Bissau, Jordan, Laos, Morocco, Madagascar, Maldives, Mauritania, Mozambique, Nepal, Nicaragua, Niue, Palau, Samoa, Senegal, Seychelles, wow, Sierra Leone, Sri Lanka, Timor-Leste, Turkey, and Tuvalu. So Jamaicans can go to Turkey, they can go to all those countries without a visa, and they are given a visa on arrival. You can actually see the power in a Jamaican passport. These are countries Jamaican citizens need to apply for a new visa. With a new visa, you can actually visit these countries. You can visit Albania, Armenia, Australia, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Benin, Bhutan, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Congo, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Ethiopia, Gabon, Georgia, Guinea, India, Indonesia, Iran, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Libya, Moldova, Mongolia, Morocco, Myanmar, Nigeria, Oman, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Qatar, Sao Tome and Principe, South Sudan, Saint Helena, Syria, Togo, United Arab Emirates, Vietnam. So those are countries that Jamaicans can travel having an e-visa. So this is a great number of countries, and you can see that when you are holding a Jamaican visa, it has got a lot of power, and you can go to so many countries with a Jamaican visa. I don't know whether Kenyans can visit such large number of countries with just a Kenyan passport, but I think Jamaicans are very, very advantaged to have this number of countries you can visit without a visa. The other thing that I saw in Jamaica, they have a very quick access to the United States of America and even those countries, Germany, France, UK. I don't know whether you can visit UK without a visa. Jamaicans in the house can tell us. And even those countries that they are supposed to apply a visa, I think it's much easier to get a visa when you are in Jamaica than when you are in Africa. Maybe Jamaicans in the house can tell us whether this is so. And therefore I found that the Jamaican passport is a very, very important document. It is a very, very powerful document to the Jamaicans when it comes to travel. And I think I'll end my video there. See you during the next video. Bye bye.